Welcome back to the Family Medicine Rocks podcast live on Blog Talk Radio. My name is Mike Sevilla. And our last segment here is about Steve Jobs and the Apple CEO, the visionary, someone who I never met, but has been a significant part of my life. That is a quote that I've heard from numerous people around in the past 24 hours. People have said that, how can you be so emotionally attached to somebody that you have never met? How can you be so emotionally moved by someone that you have only seen on television or that you've seen on the internet? And I wrote a blog post about this. It was a big rambling blog post, not even any kind of organization at all. It was something that was unedited. I wrote it in about 20 minutes. It was about 11 p.m. Last evening, and I just wrote down some memories of my first Apple product that I experienced. It was in school. It was in junior high. It was the Apple IIc, and I was amazed by this thing called a mouse, and was like, oh, well, how does that work? Or color on a computer screen. Wow, I mean, I can make this little primitive little house here, and that's pretty cool. I remember when my father bought our first Apple computer at home. And, of course, as a kid, that you play a lot of games on it. And then as I got into, junior high and high school and college, I got to use it more for school, word processing, and that type of thing. And then, our first dial-up modem. I was so excited when we went from a 14.4 modem to, I think it was a 32 modem, whatever the nenext step up was, and saying, hey, man, this is really fast. I remember being made fun of, in college, because, the campus, only had like one or two Apple computers. And I was able to work both from home and at work, both at home and at school. And then, getting my own, Apple products. I remember getting the first iMac, the Beyond Blue iMac. I think the 233 megahertz iMac. And I remember getting an iMac without any kind of CD drive and saying, hey, what is the deal with that? What is this USB? I have no idea what that is. And last evening, I was on the internet, and I was on Twitter, and I was on Facebook, and I got to watch some of his speeches. If you haven't already, go to YouTube and search for the Steve Jobs Stanford speech, I believe from 2005, and that is very telling about the insight of this guy. There have been other speeches and other things put up on YouTube and on Twitter as well that I've been watching. And there's some lessons that I take from his life. One of them is just be passionate. Be passionate in what you believe in, despite what anybody else says. Be passionate in what you believe in. And another lesson is don't worry about being a visionary. Don't worry that some people may not understand what you're talking about. Don't even care what anybody else thinks. And he didn't. And, not everybody agreed with how he ran his company. Not everybody agreed with how he conducted business. He was a very private person, didn't hear much about his public life. But he was successful. He kind of transcended culture. He transcended entertainment. He transcended computers. He transcended technology. He transcended politics to be who he is and to be one of the most beloved people around. Definitely, some people would say a polarizing person. You definitely get a reaction one way or the other when you mention his name. But this is a guy who, for better or worse, whether you agreed or disagree, had a vision for the future, had a vision on how consumer electronics, how the consumer personal computer would be done. And he didn't do it all right. He made mistakes. He admits that himself. But he learned from those mistakes. He learned from those mistakes, and he capitalized on them, and he made them better. Unfortunately, we believe that cancer took his life, and there's not much that he could do about that. But in the many interviews and the many quotes that I've seen today and last night, one of the things he's always said is that live your life to the fullest. Probably paraphrasing, but live your life to the fullest and don't look back. And that's what I will remember about Steve Jobs. Thank you, Steve, for all the inspiration that you've given all of us. Thank you for all of the products that you have given us, the vision that you have for how to consume technology and information. Thank you, Steve Jobs.